Deviant Intent Entertainment presents
Stupid Stoner Interviews.
Yo,
Hello.
how's it going?
It's going great. How are you today or tonight? Or
Very good, man.
I appreciate you being on the show tonight. I couldn't show more appreciation. I honestly couldn't right now, man. This is a great honor.
Hey, it's a pleasure, man, to be here.
Heck yeah. So let's get into this. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Name on and off stage. Uh, what kind of hobbies you have outside of music, what you do with your life, things like that.
Well, so I have to Killa for a couple of decades now, but I don't do it full time like I used to. I do it when I'm getting a lot of feedback. That's really hard.
Oh, you're getting some feedback? All right.
That's actually so.
All right. How about now?
I think that's a lot better.
All
Can
right.
you hear me okay?
Huh?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Just making sure if it's the mic or not, because this might.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So I started rapping back in 2000, and I did that for quite a while, and had quite a bit of success, and did a lot of things. Had a group project with Liquid Assassin called Grave Plot. Did some things with strange music, a lot of that. And but several years ago, I decided to kind of turn my life around because I had a lot going on, and I was not headed in a good direction. And so for the last 11 going on 12 years now, I've been working in education, and I just do music now. It kind of is my passion, my hobby, my release.
Okay.
It's not something that I actively pursue as a career. I do it for me, and for the people that want to hear it when everything aligns, and it makes it right for me to do so.
Definitely. And I gotta say, I definitely appreciate you still doing your music because, man, if it wasn't for a lot of your music, a lot of your music, I probably wouldn't still be here today. Like, I have to tell you that from the heart, man. Like, your music did save me from a really dark place.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. I mean, I know where you're coming from because I've had some of those conversations myself with other people about my own experience, and I as I kind of grew, I started to recognize that I could have a positive impact on people, and that became the goal. Because the music has always been a reflection of where I'm at in life, and I was in a pretty dark place for a long time, and I got there to the point where I was ready to go myself.
Yeah.
Definitely understand. I definitely can relate, and I thank you for that feedback, and I'm glad you're still here. I must say,
No.
I got to play a small part in that. Uh, but I mean, it's a blessing to be able to be there for people, man, for sure.
Definitely. I gotta ask on a more personal tip. Were you at the gathering of the Juggalos in 2015, wearing a Shaggy Two Dope rubber mask by chance?
Nope.
Okay. Somebody was definitely fronting as you then.
Yeah. No, I was at the first 6 gatherings,
Okay.
and then LA and I went and performed at the 8th gathering together, and that was it. I haven't been back since the 8th.
Oh wow.
So,
Oh wow. It's been a while then.
yeah, it's been quite a bit. Yeah, so that would have been 2000. The 8th one would have been in 2007, so 16 years or so.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a while, and I'll say a lot has changed, and not for the good, unfortunately.
But that's too bad. But I mean, I don't know. I got a lot of love for the Juggalos. It's
Oh,
not
absolutely.
not going to the gathering, and that scene is not something that is something I'm interested in doing.
I get that.
I got nothing but love for the people that do. I mean, I did that. Like I said, I went to the first 6,
Yep.
and then we performed at the 8th, and had a great time, had a great experience. But you know, and I know there's some people that have been to every single one, and God bless them for that.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it's just where I'm at in life. You know, I've moved on a little bit from that. With all respect,
Kind
all
of grown out of it.
a little bit,
Yeah.
It's it's a different thing. You know, I'm glad I got to experience what I did
Oh, definitely.
for that. You know, it was definitely a journey, and I know a lot of people are still on that, and that's cool. But like I said, a lot of love, and that's all I got for them.
Heck yeah. So how I usually do the interviews, I approach kind of more personal topics, not like, oh, so tell us about like your worst moment. Oh, I mean, there is a question kind of like that, but we're not going to dive into like too personal, you know what I mean? And then we're going to get more into the music a little bit. You actually answered a lot of the music questions already, actually. So that helps a lot right there. Um, to start off with the personal questions, what's your favorite food, song, and place to be?
You said favorite food.
Yes.
I really like Japanese food.
Okay.
Um, you know, Japanese food's the bomb. I really enjoy that. Favorite song?
Like you were trapped on an island, had one song to listen to for the rest of your life.
See, with me though, like I go in spurts where I'll be like, I want to hear that song,
Right.
and so I'll go and buy the album and I'll listen to it until I'm sick of it. Because I don't do no streaming. I mean, as an artist, I can tell you when you stream, you're ripping off your artists, right?
Okay.
Like, so I don't stream anything. If I'm gonna look up somebody's music, I just buy the album. I don't even buy songs.
Buy the
And sometimes,
album.
sometimes that'll come back to to bite you in the butt because like so like there's that old song "Smoking in the Boys' Room."
Yep.
You heard that? And that song is tight, right? Like
Oh,
it's
heck
an old
yeah.
"Smoking in the Boys' Room,"
It's a
and like the
classic.
song, it's dope. But if you buy the album, the rest of the album is trash. You know, like there's nothing on it. And like the most recent album I had just bought was by the Proclaimers, and it's because I wanted to hear the song "I Would Walk 500 Miles" because
Okay.
I've had that in my head for a while, and I never heard any of their other music. And actually, the album is not bad. The
Oh,
album is
wow.
not, yeah. So I've listened to it a few times. It's not like one that I have on repeat the whole album, but that song is a lot of fun because it's like wholesome devotion to a beloved. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And that's
yeah.
that's that's good stuff.
And it's
Uh,
about going the distance.
yeah.
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 Heck yeah.
So my favorite song is kind of a moving target, to be honest.
Okay.
Like lately, you know, my son has been wanting to get into some '90s stuff, so I've been re-downloading some of the old stuff that I used to listen to. We've been listening to some Bone Thugs, you know,
Okay.
um, and a lot of stuff like that. But I don't know if I had to pick one song that I was gonna play over and over again, it'd be Tom Petty's "Wildflowers."
Oh, heck yeah. The fact that you just said Tom Petty anything, that was a great choice.
Well, I'm still sad that he's dead. Like every time his songs come on, every time I think of him, um, I'm still sad that he's dead. You know,
Oh yeah.
I got to go see him perform at the Gorge Amphitheater in Washington State back in it was either 2007 or 8, might have been 2008, right around then. And I'm really thankful that I got to see him there because like lifelong he's been one of my favorite artists. And that album, that I mean, I've got all his albums on my iTunes, and I listen to him a lot.
Heck yeah.
But that Wildflowers album is one of a few albums that I can listen to over and over and over again without getting sick of it. You know, it's just soothing. It takes me to a place in my childhood where, like, life wasn't good then, but I would put that CD on, because back then it was a CD.
Right.
I would put that CD on and it would make me feel better, right? So, like, whatever I was going through, listening to Tom Petty always made me feel better. And if I was feeling okay anyways, I would put it on and sleep to it at night.
Heck yeah.
And because, you know, we used to hit repeat all on the CD player and listen to music all night. And so now, you know, I'm in a much better place life wise, but it takes me back to this place of happiness from my childhood that came from the music, if that makes sense.
Kind of like nostalgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a lot of dark points in that part of my life, and that music helped get me through it. You know, the peacefulness of it.
Okay. It was that light at the end of the tunnel for you.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I like music that makes me feel good, man. I really only listen to the nasty stuff if it's old.
Yeah.
If it's stuff, you know.
I have to admit, yeah, it's getting to a point where, yeah, it's just too much negativity and too much repeat.
Yeah. So, and then you said favorite place.
Yes, like just to be, to think, or whatever, just your place, you know what I mean?
My wife and we just got this new mattress. It's called a purple mattress.
Okay.
Have you seen them?
I've tested one out in the mall. Yep.
Worth every penny.
I know. I laid on that thing and I was like, we're getting one of these. My fiance's like,
That's my favorite place right there.
okay. Heck yeah.
Honestly, anywhere with my wife is my favorite place to be.
All right. Yeah, that's a really good answer. I like that. Heck yeah. Well, that actually kind of goes more into the next question, which would be, is there anyone special in your life, family, friends, significant others you might want to shout out, you know?
Yeah, you know, my wife's the best thing that ever happened to me. She's amazing, and I'm blown away every day by the love and grace that she has for me, and I don't deserve it. I've been through multiple divorces. I've been through broken homes. I've created broken homes. Been through a lot, and you know, the type of love that I get from her is the type of thing that you know, fairy tales are made of, and I don't deserve it, but my life is so much better with her, and I can't imagine life without her.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And that kind of thing is rare in today's world, unfortunately. I think a lot of people need that kind of love in today's world, honestly.
Absolutely, I know I did.
Yeah.
My life a lot, so
I honestly 2 years ago I met my fiance and I'm not looking back. I'm
good.
not looking back, man. Like all that stuff in the past, that's where it is, and that's where I'm leaving it.
Absolutely, that's good.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Um, this next one actually kind of goes more into ink. Obviously, you have tattoos. So we'll sum it up to three questions about tattoos, which is your biggest, your most painful, and your most meaningful.
And people ask me about tattoos often. I usually just say that I have one big one covered. I haven't gotten a new tattoo in like 15 years.
Oh wow.
The biggest one I have, I think, would have to be my Dark Lotus cross that I have on my back. It goes from the bottom of my neck all the way to my ass crack.
Oh damn.
And the The only place that I really thought, there's two places I thought were painful: the ribs and the stomach.
Ooh, yeah.
There were a few places on the spine that hurt a little bit, but like when he'd be working on my arms and legs, I literally fell asleep in the chair. I just got used to it, man, because I would go in for like 8-hour sessions and just
Yeah.
get I'd buy the tattoo orders for a day.
Heck yeah.
And what was the other question?
Biggest, most painful, and your most meaningful.
Honestly, like, full disclosure, none of them really mean anything to me anymore.
Okay.
And like, I don't have anything against tattoos. Obviously, I'm covered in them. But if I could wash them off, I would, because it's not who I am anymore as a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Something I have to. I mean, I work in education. I have a doctorate degree now, dude.
Right.
I've got 4 degrees.
And that's amazing. Congratulations
And
on that, man.
thanks, but it's something I have to overcome, and so I have to put blinders on and ignore how people see me with first impressions,
Right.
because I can't hide it. And so I've just chose to live in the open with that. That's part of my reality. And I mean, I'm not a victim. I mean, it's all stuff that I chose.
Right.
But I lived the life of a gangster for many years,
Yeah.
and I didn't give a fuck about anything. And everybody that knew me knew that.
Yeah.
And so my body looks like that, and that's just not who I am.
Yeah.
And so that's just not representative of who I am anymore. Thumbprints of my youth, not who I am, but who I used to be. So when a topic comes up, that's what I say. I mean, I'm not bitter about it. I'm not resentful. It's just a period in my life, and that's what I was doing. That's what we were into, and that's what we did. And so these are, this is the shell that I wear that's left over.
Yeah. Kind of like reminders.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. So this is the question that gets a little bit more personal, but I think it's not too personal. I just if there's a story that you can't share, don't share it. That's my best advice. What is your craziest story that you can tell us?
You're gonna have to be more specific, man.
Okay. What is the craziest story that you learned something from?
I wrote a book, right?
Actually, I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, it's full of stories, man. So I wrote a book a couple years ago. It's called From Crime to Christ, and there's some pretty good stories in there. Um, so as far as learning things, um, I think we have to keep doing what we can to learn every day. Because you either grow or you die.
Absolutely.
And so that's real important. Um, I learned a lot, and there's a lot of things that come to mind. I remember when the Juggalo world for me started to kind of unravel within me,
Yeah.
and that was a conversation I had backstage at the gathering with Jamie Madrox back in 2008, and that was something that people were talking about, but I didn't want to see it happening. We were on Strange Music at the time, and I'd been jugging for a long time at that point,
Yeah.
and so that was tough to learn that there was truth to the rumors at that point. But I don't think that's what you're getting at. I'll tell you a story that's in my book. How's that?
Okay.
So I used to smoke a lot of crack. Like we started by doing coke, and then we started rocking it up ourselves and smoking crack, and we loved crack. I mean, we got so tough with it that, like, we would buy our own crack or just coke sometimes, just depending on what it was, and we go do it on our own. Like we wouldn't get high with our friends with each other because then we'd have to share
Right. And it's
share the
cheaper
dope.
just to do it to yourself. No, I get that.
And there was one day, it was 2003. It was the summer of 2003. I was on felony probation, right, for drugs and weapons charges. And I was sitting in my roommate's bedroom. He was at work that day. I was sitting in my roommate's bedroom, and I was smoking crack on the floor of his bedroom. And I remember thinking in my head, like, yeah, you won't get caught smoking crack because you're in Jose's room. Like, and I had this epiphany as I looked up, and I was pretty close to all the way through about a quarter ounce at that point.
Oh, fuck.
I had, when I looked up, and it was at eye level with the front window of his bedroom, which is where the front steps were that went right to our front door.
Yeah.
And so if my PO would have came over, she would have walked right past that window, looked at me sitting there with a plate of dope, smoking crack, and then I'd have been off to prison.
Yo.
And I had this epiphany that in that moment I was like, holy shit, I'm a crackhead. And that's crackhead thinking right there, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no logic. And the very next thought that I had in my head was my daughter, who was with her mother at the time, she was almost 1, and she just turned 21 actually. But my very next thought was the female version of what I was at the time, and that I didn't want her to be that.
No, absolutely.
And so I broke down in that moment, man. I prayed to God. I said, look, I can't give up much else, but I'm going to give up this. And on that day, I gave up powder drugs. And I mean, I was high as a kite. I still flushed at least a teener, maybe damn near an 8-ball down the toilet. And I haven't touched powder drugs since then. Now,
dude,
I went on attack and did a shitload of ecstasy and a bunch of other stuff, but I didn't do powder drugs.
dude, that's amazing. That's amazing still. Rest in peace to my sister's fiance. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably still be addicted to crack cocaine. He woke up one day and he's like, dude, we're crackheads. Like, you need to stop working with Gypsy. And I'm like, dude's nickname was Gypsy. That right there should have been a red flag.
That's my favorite scene in a Will Ferrell movie, though. When he's in Anchorman, he's doing crack live on the air for the first time. He pulls out a crack pipe and he starts smoking. He's like, you can feel the effects of that immediately.
Oh, yep. Oh man, I don't miss those days. I don't.
No, survived it. You're good.
Oh, all right. So, all right, getting off of the personal tip. Thank you for sharing, because man, I can definitely relate to that story, and I'm just so glad I'm not there anymore. What got you into making music, and at what age did you start?
I was 18.
Oh.
I gotten out of jail, and a friend of mine had died while I was in jail. And he wouldn't have died if I wouldn't have been in jail, because we were going to be in another state. And it hit me really hard. And it was 2000 was the year. And back then, ICP used to have like a hotline, which you call this phone number, and there'd be like a 5-10 minute message from Jay and Shaggy. And I called it, and just stroke of time luck, Violent J had left the message that he said, "Hey Juggalos, this is Violent J. I'm in Denver recording the Bizarre record, and I'm in my hotel room for the next hour. Here's the number to my hotel. Here's my room number. If you get this message, call my hotel. I said, well, what the hell? So I called the phone number. I mean, I must have just timed the message perfectly, because I called the phone number, and Vaughn J answered. We talked on the phone for like an hour that day, and I told him what I've been going through, and told him about my friend, and told him that I was trying to figure out how to write and all that stuff. And he kind of gave me some advice and some pointers and some support. And so that's when I actually started writing music. Now, that what I wrote, that I never recorded that, but it got me started. And within the next month, I was recording in a local studio, and from there, I mean, I've put out quite a few albums since then.
Hell yeah, you have. um, damn. So that kind of is kind of like when you told me to. I asked you, hey, like, what's the biggest way to put myself out there? And you were like, do everything for free, collaborations, merchandise, everything. Just do it for free, give it out, and that's how you put yourself out there. And honestly, I appreciated that because I wouldn't have gotten the interviews started up if I hadn't just put myself out there.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't understand. I mean, I come from an era where we like, me and LA, our timing was bad. And what I mean by that is like our peak was at the wrong time, and that's because it was at the downfall of the CD era, before digital pay was actually industry wide.
Right,
So we peaked at a time when it was very difficult to bust,
right,
uh, and so it just is what it is. But regardless, I think that there is a universal truth to the music business that people don't understand, and it's that just putting something on the shelf doesn't make it sell. And nowadays, the shelf is a digital platform, and even, I mean, people do make some money off of streams, but they have to. I mean, it has to be tens of millions of streams to even start to clock anything that is worth.
right.
I mean, 100,000 streams is pennies.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, seriously.
um, and so I mean, my next album will probably be download only. I'll probably take my stuff off of streaming, just to be honest. I mean, I don't stream anything, and there's a reason why bands like Metallica don't do it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all it does. Like, so, like, if you look at the CEO of Spotify,
yeah.
his annual salary, bonus, and full compensation package is greater than the combined total of all of their payouts.
That's crazy.
Figure that shit out.
Yeah,
So, like, why am I spending days writing, recording,
right.
polishing my craft, so that he can buy his fifth house on a lake?
No, that makes sense.
And people don't get it, like, and I understand. I mean, it's a great value for the consumer, but the
For
thing
the
is,
artist, it sucks.
if let's say you're going to go to the grocery store and you want to buy steaks, but you tell the butcher at the grocery store, look, man, I only got $1 for them ribeyes, and he's like, man, these cost me $7, but okay, I need to sell them here. Like, he's not going to be in business anymore by selling you steaks for $1.
Right,
And that's, I mean, but when you're paying for a streaming service, you might pay $10, but you end up consuming $100 worth of music a month. What happens is the artist is getting ripped off, and you're paying a fraction of what you should pay for the music. You don't own it, and the majority of what you pay goes to that fat cat, who he's just an executive who's just pimping everybody that's willing to put their name out there. That being said, if you're a new artist and you're trying to get your name known, then you want to put it on all platforms. Go ahead and stream it. You want to give as much away as you can. You want to do all of that because, like I said, putting it on the shelf doesn't make it sell. But I'm not at a point anymore where I'm trying to make a career of it.
right.
I said I did that, and that part of my life is over. So now I do it as a release for myself and also for the people that are still paying attention.
Right, and I'm sure you have your loyal fans that have been listening to you over the years. I mean, take me for instance. I never stopped. Your sound changed a little bit, but not much because if you actually go back to even Tainted Flesh, there's You're talking about Jesus Christ and Torn. Just saying. Just
And that's
saying.
what I was struggling with. I mean, I was struggling with a lot
A,
of that. You
a
know, I
lot.
was out.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, he changed everything." I'm like, do you even listen to his music? Like,
If you
there.
go back, if you go back in the darkest time of my career, and you listen to the darkest songs, most of them will have a message about trying to find something better.
Right. Yeah. No. And that's the thing. Like, people don't realize, like, they just hear the dark stuff and they think, oh, he's just this wicked-minded person, and it's like, no, it's much deeper than that.
So for me, it's like the struggle has always been really real within me, because the best way I can describe it is I struggle with this reality of knowing both God and the devil.
Right.
And I have no love for the enemy, right? I've got none. Um, but I did his work and I knew him intimately for years, right? And that
Right.
doesn't go away. You know
No.
what I mean? It's kind of like trauma. When it happens, it's ingrained in you. It's always a part of you. You wear it and you know that it's there.
It's in the back of your head at all times.
And so the evil that I have been a part of in the past, that I've known, that I've seen, that I've witnessed, that I've perpetuated, all of that, like that stuff still haunts me in my presence, in my person, in my heart, in my mind, in my soul at times, even though that's not me.
Right.
And that's really hard. Um, and in the earlier days of my career, I leaned into that dark side, but I still knew that God was there trying to pull me out of it. So you saw more of the dark side then. Now it's not that way, except the new album that I am almost done with. I only have one song left to record for it. There's actually quite a bit of dark stuff on it, and I don't know if I'm going to put it out.
Well, hey,
I
if it
have
if if it gets put out, a lot of people will be like, "Whoa, wait, did he really just go back to revisit that?" Like,
there's some stuff on that I've recorded in the last year that blows everything on Tainted Flesh out of the water combined.
oh wow, oh wow, um, that's pretty heavy,
I've
man.
I've got a collaboration with Buckshot done. I've got Cut Calhoun's on the record. I got Liquid Assassin on 2 tracks. Uh,
Wait. So you are still in talks with Liquid Assassin?
yeah, that's my boy.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
All that, like, it's funny. Like, we stopped doing Grave Plot because I went to college to become a teacher,
Right.
right? Like, I stepped away from the music business. He continued in his solo career. That's it. That's the story. There's never been any beef. There was no drama. There was no breakup. But like
Yeah, there
the
was a
internet,
lot of rumors.
oh yeah, and they're all bullshit. Like LA and I have always been good, man. Like,
That's good to
you know,
know.
yeah, there's never been a problem. No, so we're solid, man. And life is good. No, I got nothing but love for him. It's always been that way, and it goes both ways.
Hell yeah.
Uh, People just assumed and wanted to assume, and they were wrong.
Yeah. It's kind of like the what's his name? The guy from Blue's Clues, Steve Barnes or something, where everyone thought he died, and now he's talking about mental health because of how the rumors affected him and stuff. Like, he's like, I'm not dead. Like,
Like, the thing about rumors is, if I know the truth, I don't care what people think. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to believe something that's false, then fuck off.
yeah.
I mean, that's how I've always felt about it, and I've been rooting LA on for years, man. When he puts out a record, I buy it. I talk to him about it. I might even be one of the first people to buy his stuff when it comes out. I love that dude, and we don't talk every day or nothing like that, but I mean, it's every couple of months we get on the phone and chat, and catch up, and he tells me how his daughter's doing and all that good stuff. And it's our lives moved in different directions, and they
Yeah.
needed to. I mean, I wouldn't be alive anymore if I would have stayed in where I was at,
It-
and that's because of what I had to do to keep it going. I couldn't do that anymore.
right. No, I get that. I get that. Um, yeah. I mean, you gotta step away when it gets to the point where it's affecting you mentally, physically, and all other ways.
Yeah. So,
So over the years, who influenced your music?
you know, uh, in the early days, a lot of that was ICP.
Okay.
Tupac a lot had a big impact on me. Um, but then, honestly, once I kind of came into my own, it was me. It was my life.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I like that. That's actually a really unique answer so far. I haven't had anything where anyone's like me. Like I've inspired myself lately 'cause
I'm the shit.
hell yeah, see? I think that's the kind of attitude you gotta have in the industry too. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Um, man, uh, what about your writing process? What's that like?
that's evolved over the years. Like I used to do it all at the studio. I
Okay.
mean, like I actually like the song Garden Snakes with me and Tech. We wrote that in my car outside Chapman Recording. Tech and I did.
Oh shit.
But what I do now, like I've been getting my beats from Rob Rebeck. I pick out the beats, and I got these Bose noise canceling headphones,
Yep.
and I listen to the beat, and then I pull up Google Docs, and I type my lyrics on Google Docs. I find it's the easiest way to edit, revise, move things around. And then when I'm ready to go to the studio, I just print them off and I have a nice clean sheet. So that's what I do. Um, I try to at least write a verse at a time. I try not to leave verses undone. But when I'm writing, it's almost always early in the morning before anybody else is up. My wife's still in bed, my son's still in bed, the dogs are still sleeping. It's me and the darkness and whatever's coming out of me.
You're the second person who says they've woken up early to write. That's
That's when my mind is the clearest, and I like to play games with the rhymes. I mean, for me, writing lyricism, the rhyme and the patterns behind the rhyme structure are most important to me. And so I try to create like patterns within the rhymes that I'm probably the only one that ever notices.
okay.
Um, but I do a lot of that when I'm writing, and like as I'm writing, I'll highlight certain things and be like, okay, I need to come back to this exact syllable, 2 bars later or something like that. So I try to do a bunch of that, and it's just fun for me because I create this puzzle in reverse that then
Okay.
has a deeper meaning that is the verse within the song.
I like that. I like that. So now I'm really gonna have to go back and listen to all your music and just like pick it apart now. You're gonna have me looking for things like
Well, that's the point, man. Like, good music should make you think, and it should make you think about yourself, and you should hear new things every time you listen to it. Like Tom Petty Wildflowers album, I've told you I've listened to it thousands of times, and every so often I'm still listening. I'll be listening to it, and I'll be like, oh, I never realized that that's what he meant when he said that. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, here it is, however many years later. So, that's what good music should do for you.
Absolutely. Or you even notice like a new noise that you didn't notice before because like your thoughts were somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get that. Um, so what makes your music from the past and present different from everything else that's available on the market today?
it's me. I mean, that's it. I mean, I never subscribed to conformity of any kind. You know, like I always tried to do the best that I could with what I had.
Okay.
And sometimes it sucked. It's just, but I always put everything out there, and I let the fans do what they want with it. But what I do, when I do it, it comes from the heart, it comes from the soul, it comes from where I'm at in life. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's very spiritual. Sometimes it's a prayer to God, like God save my life, man. And I can rap about cutting somebody up with a chainsaw and all that. Like, I can do that.
Right.
Done that. Got
Right.
some more of that. But, like, let's be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chainsaw murder isn't really that real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right. Right. Right.
I feel like I want to cut somebody up with a chainsaw, but it's still not real.
You can't realistically just go out doing that and then rap about it after, because you'll end up like all the other people who's done that.
But I understand the feeling, I understand the emotion, and I understand the value in the entertainment of it, right? And
Right.
and putting that together in a creative way is kind of fun.
Right.
And sometimes it's fun to hear, fun to do. But like, if you really want to care and get into something, like stuff that gets spiritual, that gets emotional, that talks about love, talks about the heart, that's the realest music that there is. I mean, it just is. And that's one of the reasons why, like, I've actually really come to enjoy country music. I listen to a lot of country music because it is so full of emotion.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's real. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of it. I mean, there's some fake shit out there, but I mean, that goes with any genre. But I mean,
Oh,
of all the,
absolutely.
I would say the most legitimate emotion that you can get from a single genre is probably country music. And that's something that I respect the hell out of. Like, you can feel the feeling. One sec, I got to respond.
All right. Take your time. Take your time. No rush.
So, anyway.
Yeah. No, I definitely get that. There's a lot of I like the older country music, honestly. The stuff that my grandmother would play for me when I was like a kid and stuff, or like play on her guitar. Uh,
So, like, I like Kenny Chesney. And my wife turned me on to that when we first started dating.
okay.
She grew up listening to him, and I'd never heard of him before. And we actually got to go to one of his concerts last summer, and it was amazing. Very talented artist. He's fun because, like, he sings a lot about love, and he sings a lot about partying.
Right.
And he's half the year on an island just drinking his ass off. and so that's fun. And the old country too. I mean, it's got soul in it,
Oh,
and that's fun.
definitely.
I don't like the poppy stuff too much, but shoot, even Morgan Wallen. I mean, he's got a lot of good music too. So, I don't know really many artist names. Like, I turn the radio on, I just listen, or my wife plays it, and I'm like, yeah, I like that.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No. Just to name two, I think Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash isn't really country, but dude, I love Johnny Cash.
I'll tell you how I feel about Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was a rapper before rap was a thing. And the closest that he could do to fit into a genre was country music. That's my position on Johnny Cash. I think if you were to take him and have him be born in today's era, he would be a rapper. And if you look at it, like, and I love Johnny Cash, I love his music, I love it, but like,
and he'd have some dark stuff.
Right, he had some dark stuff, but like he had a lot of lyrics.
Oh
right?
yeah,
So
a lot of meaning too.
rap. and a lot of meaning, but also couldn't sing for shit. Um, and I know people are gonna be mad that I said that, but like, if you go listen to him, like, he sings like I sing. Like, I mean, he's better than me. I'm not gonna say I'm better than Johnny Cash, but like, he doesn't have a singing voice.
Right,
The
right.
quality of singing wasn't what made him Johnny Cash. It was his persona. It was how he did what he did. It was his lyrics. And so that's why I say, like, if rap would have been a thing when he was around, he would have been a rapper. He wouldn't have been a country singer.
Right, right. It's almost like he kind of started hip hop.
I wouldn't give him credit for that. That goes to Sugar. That's Sugar Hill.
All right,
All
so
day.
that's too much.
Too much.
All right, too much. All right, all right. Um, now you said you get your beats. Do you do the mixing and mastering yourself and like everything else?
No, I have Rob Rebeck do that.
Okay, okay. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Uh, this one is actually going to be an interesting one because you said you're going to be taking your music down from streaming. So where can we find your music if we want your music?
Well, right now I still have several albums that are available on all platforms. About a month or two ago, I took down a lot of my old stuff again,
Yeah.
and that was because it was starting to interfere with some of my employment issues.
Understandable.
And
Understandable.
so if I were to re-release that, it would only be on download. I wouldn't put that on streaming. And my next record, when that comes out, will only be on download. It'll be everywhere you can download, everywhere you can purchase the music. I think. And my take on it at this point, and again, this isn't me, someone trying to promote or start or jumpstart a career.
Right.
This is me saying, I've done that. If you want my music, pay for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair because, like, I don't get beats from Rob Rebeck for free.
Right.
I don't
Exactly.
I don't get free studio time. I don't get free mixing, free mastering. Shoot, I mean, it even costs me money to upload them to be downloaded.
Right.
And so I think that's where I'm going to be. Honestly, I think I'm going to go the way of Metallica there and just say, you know what? If you want it, buy it.
Okay.
Otherwise,
So where could we buy physical copies like CDs or vinyls or cassettes?
I do sell the CDs on my web store, killaciasback.com.
All right.
But I mean, CDs are such a small part of the market anymore, or anymore. Like, it's just, I mean, they're all but gone. I mean, all the CD stores are closed. And there used to be one on every corner, man. I
Yeah.
mean, CD stores used to be the coolest thing.
Yeah. The
And
only ones left are like
that
FYE.
we had CD Warehouse, we had Ernie Novembers, we had Hastings, we had all those, and I mean, it was so fun, like, you'd go to the CD store, you were looking for something, but you'd buy something else, and it was
Yo.
just so exciting to get music like that, man. And now we live in this consumer culture that
Just gimme, gimme, gimme.
it's taken a lot of the value out of the product that the artists create.
Absolutely.
Now it's about clips and sound bites, and the consumer culture that we live in, and I see it with our students every day, is kind of scary because it's like 7-second clips. I mean, kids today really struggle to keep attention for even short periods of time
Oh,
because everything's at their fingertips and they can just don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Oh, that's cool, but I'm done with it. Don't, and they
oh,
just,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I take students all over the world. In fact, we just took 47 people to Spain and Portugal this month, a couple weeks ago.
That sounds like
And
a lot of fun.
I never had an issue with the kid before this trip. I've done 4 of these, and I've taken kids to Italy. I've taken kids to England, New York, Spain, Portugal. Never had a problem with a kid. I had one kid on this trip, 2-week trip, refused to do anything, refused to go anywhere. And so finally, for the sake of the group, we had to just leave this kid in the hotel.
Yeah,
And this kid was playing on TikTok all day.
that's ridiculous.
And that's the culture that we're in right now. I mean, it's scary. It's like if honestly, if I could push a button to make technology and the internet go away, I would.
Oh
It's
yeah,
great things, but overall, I think it's been a detriment to our society. And I remember what it was like. I mean, shit, I used to have a pager, and the beeper go off, and you need a quarter to use the payphone. You go call somebody, or you talk in code or whatever.
right.
And when a cell phone was just a phone, but now, I mean, it's cool because we're able to do what we're doing now,
Right.
and this is a good way to use it. But
See,
the
this is
double
what we used to
technology.
dream about doing with technology was this. Kids don't even do this. They don't utilize this part of the technology. They utilize text messaging and whatever's quick and easy for them.
Well, and it makes so the whole concept of social media originally, or at least how it was packaged and sold, was to bring people closer together. But it actually, I mean, while it does make it easier for me to communicate with you across several state lines and all that, it doesn't bring people closer together because people are opting for this as opposed to actual genuine human connection. And we see it so often
Oh,
that kids
absolutely.
have no ability to interact with people on a meaningful level in person. And so what we have is this, like, and as a result, the suicidal ideations, anxiety, depression are at an all-time high. And quite frankly, social media and technology are big contributing factors to those negative aspects of the upcoming generations.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. And it doesn't help with children's programming either. I've noticed uh, a timing difference in certain shows. Like you put on something like Coco Melon or Baby Joy Joy for a kid, and the time frames are like a second to 2 seconds long. Whereas you put something educational on like Magic School Bus or something, and the frame rates are like 3 to 4 seconds long.
The answer, the answer to that is don't put kids in front of a screen.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because I don't see any kids outside anymore.
Yeah, it breaks my heart when I see parents with their young children, 2, 3, 4 years old. They're at a restaurant, they're in church, they're on a plane or whatever, and they just hand the kid the phone or a tablet. And it's like they don't know what they're doing. They don't know, like,
You're taking
kids.
away from their imagination, their creativity.
Well, the screen itself is a bad thing for development. I mean, they used to say that about just plain old TV, but I mean, it's so much more than
Oh
it
yeah.
ever used to be. I mean, kids today are getting 8, 10, 12 hours of screen time a day,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
and it just makes your brain mush. And if you're in the developmental stages of life as a child, it's not good. So like my son, he's going into 8th grade, still doesn't have a smartphone. He wanted a phone 2 years ago, so we got him a phone. But we got him a Gab phone, and basically it cost me $27 a month. But all it does is talk and text. It's a phone.
Right,
We're doing phone stuff.
right.
He doesn't have unrestricted access to the internet. We don't have any video games in the house. I mean, it's just not good stuff. And I mean, there's plenty of shit I do wrong. So trust me, I'm not like saying I'm a saint as a father by any means.
Oh, trust me, I
But
get that. I get that. I mean,
but if I were to have another kid today,
yeah.
um, I would say that that child would not see a screen for years.
Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I'm talking about TV as well.
Oh,
I'm
heck
talking
yeah.
about, so
No, I don't blame you, man, because today's society, they're too reliant on it as a babysitter or a second parent or something, and it's not okay. It's not.
yeah.
I can definitely agree with you there. Uh, so I mean, going back to that question though, where we can find your music and purchase it, uh, I have noticed that vinyls are getting big amongst our generation again, younger generations. Is that ever going to be a thing? A Killa C vinyl?
I don't see it happening. I don't think there's a demand. I mean,
Okay.
there'd have to be a high enough demand for it. I mean, I'll continue to make CDs of anything that I put out, um, just because I'm old school like that, you know. But I mean, it's different. Like if you if you were used to selling 10,000 CDs, now you can count on selling like 1 to 300. Like that's the translation. That's the depreciation of the industry. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, I guess.
So
That's crazy.
and so I mean, I'll continue to do CDs. I think collectors like them, but I mean, like I don't even own a CD player anymore. I have a car. I have a car. It's a 2018. It's a
Yeah.
Ford Focus. I drive a little car. Um, but you know, I bought it brand new on the car lot for 16 grand.
Yep.
Bought 2019, a 2018 Ford Focus, had 6 miles on it, and it didn't even have a CD player. Like cars don't even come with CD players anymore.
That's crazy.
So,
Yeah, man.
but
Seriously though, I have a 2016 Ford C-Max. So I still have mine came with a CD player, so that's weird. Like, it's only 2 years. Like in 2 years, they just were like, no more. It's dead.
I don't know.
That's
Mine's a
crazy.
base model. I don't know. I mean, but I don't think they're putting them in new things. I haven't looked at any new things. I'm in my wife's car right now.
Yeah.
This one has a but it's a 14.
Heck yeah. Um. All right. So, do you still have merch up?
Yeah, I got some shirts and hoodies on there. I have some stickers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And my book. You can get my book there. My book's also available on Audible. I did the audio book of it, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's really
That
cool.
was a funny. Yeah, you should check it out.
Definitely, definitely. I'll even buy the book. Heck, let you. Are you the one reading it, or did you have somebody else?
No, it's me.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. Like you just took it to a whole nother level. Like you're reading your own book. Like hell yeah.
No, it was fun too. Like anytime I'm talking about lyrics, instead of me reciting the lyrics, the song comes in.
All right. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's cool.
We got all kinds of sound effects and shit in there too. So it's like it's kind of like you're listening to a movie. That's the idea.
Oh, I like that. So like everything's kind of playing up in your head. Oh, yeah. See, that's really cool. I like that. I really like that. A lot. I honestly think a lot of people need to take some notes right now, like when this gets posted up. Honestly, because that's really cool.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
called Christ. You can get it anywhere you get books and audiobooks.
all right. Uh, what are your current projects and release dates? You're talking about that one album. You said that you might not release.
The album that I've got 12, 13 songs done. It's called Thug Poetry, and I don't have a release date, and I don't have any answer for you on that because, um, like I said, you know, I some of my old content started to affect me in employment circles, and so it caused me to take a long, hard look at where I was with that, and
Yeah.
so I just don't. I can't answer that right now.
Okay. Understandable. I definitely think that no matter what, people will still be looking forward to future music by you because, man, you definitely made an impact on not just the Juggalo scene, but rap music in general. Like, making such a dramatic shift, as people would say. Like, it, you definitely come a long way as an artist, that's for sure.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I do got to jump here in a minute, though.
All right, yeah. So, we'll just skip to the last three questions.
Okay.
All right. How long do you see yourself doing music for?
Well, like I said, because I do it
For yourself?
part, I think it will always be a part of me, and I think I will always release music. So I have no, I mean, it's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy the creative process. I got asked. I'm not booking shows anymore, and I don't know that I will again. Um, but I enjoy making music, and I enjoy releasing music,
All
and
right.
so that's something I will probably continue to do. And I think you can continue to, expect releases from me every few years,
All right.
as long as enough people are buying it to at least pay for me to do it. And I mean, I'm still there. I mean, I'm still, I still sell enough digitally to justify putting the expense in it. Because when I put out a record, like I'm not recording on crappy beats in somebody's basement. Um, I'm putting time, money, and effort into it. And it costs several $1,000s to do that.
Right.
And there's got to be income for that to work, and there still is.
Right.
So that's good. So
Heck yeah. So I'm gonna replace this next question. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna replace it with. Um, it had something to do with doing music. Now I forgot. It's all right. All right. We'll just go on to if you had three wishes, what would they be?
I'd like to be able to go back and undo some of my mistakes. I'd like more time, and I wouldn't mind more money.
Okay. More time, more money, and fixing your I like that. I like that because I get that. I get that. I get that. Um, oh man, I really wish I could remember that last question because now it's gonna bug me all night. Uh, but man, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for doing this interview. Uh, Maybe we can do it again in the future. When you
So,
have another project or something to announce, like, hey, I'm doing another release. Oh, I remember the question. Okay.
okay.
Yes. Is the rumor true that you came up with the name Whoop Whoop Worcester? In Worcester, Massachusetts.
I remember saying that on stage.
Okay. So then it mostly is true because I remember talking to a ninja and he's like, "Welcome to Whoop Whoop Worcester." I'm like, "Whoop Whoop Worcester? Like, who came up with that?" He's like, "Killa C came up with that." I'm like, "Damn, Killa C came up with that?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm gonna have to ask him one day."
Yeah, I'm not going to claim that I was the first one to say that, but I remember saying that on stage for sure.
Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool because everybody goes around saying whoop whoop Worcester nowadays, and you're the one that gets the credit.
All right, I'll take it. Yes.
So, again, thank you so much for being on the show. It was an honor because honestly, you're one of my favorite rappers, and this has just been an honor. Honestly,
Well, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, you have a great night or day or later, man.
Peace.
Always getting high, ain't got to lie. Always getting high, smoke, dope, choke. If you wonder why I'm always puffing on the marijuana, let it go, just fuck off if you don't even wanna talk. Roll another joint, get high, past the point of no return. Yeah, we gon' burn for the sins we earn. I thought you learned, it ain't me I'm talking to, it is you. You fucking with the wrong fucking dude. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you gonna do. I need a blunt or a few because I'm always getting high. Ain't got to lie. Always getting high. Smoke, dope, choke. If you wonder why I'm always puffing on the marijuana, let it go, just fuck off if you don't even wanna smoke. STC. Always getting high, ain't got to lie. Always getting high, smoke, dope, choke. What?